Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the new film from Kenneth Lonergan, which is called Manchester by the Sea, which is written and directed by Lonergan and stars Casey Affleck, Kyle Chandler, Michelle Williams, and Lucas Hedges. This is a powerful, subdued, moving type of drama. This is a film that's very minimalistic in terms of story, but it's so powerfully told and so masterfully crafted. The film is centered around Casey Affleck's character, Lee Chandler, who is kind of a difficult character to like at the start of this film. He plays a recluse, antisocial janitor who lives in a very small basement-style apartment in Boston. He's a character that feels very detached and very hard to connect with because, he's quite kept to himself. What's really clever is that director Lonergan does a very good job of slowly revealing the backstory of what happened to Lee to make him this way. And when the revelation comes, you can actually see he has gone through some very harrowing experiences, and it just goes to show how amazing Casey Affleck's performance is here, because it's not very flashy, it's not a showboaty performance, it's an incredibly subdued performance. It's so nuanced. He is carrying so much emotional baggage, and the way he conveys that through his mannerisms and his idiosyncrasies, his body language, and the way he delivers the dialogue, it is phenomenal. The reason he lives in Boston is because he's tried to escape his past, and he's thrown back into his old life when he gets a phone call saying that his brother, played by Kyle Chandler, has passed away. He's forced to go back to his hometown, Manchester by the Sea, where the film gets its title, and sort of face the demons that he had to escape from, but also encounter a host of new problems that have been thrown into his lap. He's found out that his brother Joe has left the guardianship of his teenage son Patrick, played by Lucas Hedges, to Lee, and this is a responsibility that he doesn't want. And the rest of the film mainly focuses on how Lee is going to deal with this idea of being a guardian for Patrick and the relationship between them and their own individual problems. What makes Manchester by the Sea such a remarkable film is that even though thematically it deals with dark topics of loss, grief, pain, forgiveness, not just forgiveness of those around you, but also the ability to forgive yourself. Even though it's quite dark in what it's addressing, it also maintains an aura of a dry comedy. The dialogue in the script is phenomenal. Kenneth Lonergan has an amazing ability to actually capture the way that humans really talk. It doesn't feel like a script, and it doesn't feel like you're watching a movie at times. It feels like you're sort of getting a glimpse of people's actual interactions with people. The writing is consistent in how people actually talk, and that's impressive that Lonergan has managed to capture that. Some of the best scenes of this film are just interactions between Patrick and Lee, talking about the most mundane things. What's awesome is that there's a real present sense of sarcasm between the two of them. There's some great lines in this which are just spot on how people do talk. What's also great is that the setting for this movie, which is mainly in Manchester by the Sea, is also the perfect location for capturing the film's essence, because the cinematography does a really good job of showing how ugly and beautiful this place is, and that really does reflect the situations that the characters are going through. There's so much beauty between them, but there's also a lot of ugliness as well. Lonergan also uses flashbacks to also show you how Lee became the way that he is. What's interesting to notice is that when he actually uses a flashback, you're not sure that you're watching it right away, but he doesn't treat the audience like an idiot. He allows you to fill in the blanks. They're sort of randomly interspersed in between scenes, but what's really remarkable is that it doesn't feel forced. It feels organic, and it feels like the right place for it. It all has a nice flow to it. And like I said before, the acting in this is masterful. Casey Affleck is probably going to win Best Actor at the Oscars this year, and rightfully so, because this is a performance that is so dignified, carries so much emotional weight, but it's not necessarily on the surface, it's all beneath, but you can see it, you can read between the lines, and you can see what he's conveying. It's just insanely subtle, but very powerful. Lucas Hedges is also very good in this as well. He provides a nice counterpart to Casey Affleck's character and injects a little bit of comedy where it needs to. And Michelle Williams is in this too as Lee's ex-wife Randy, and their interactions are very minimal, but when they're together, it's very powerful to watch because it feels believable. They've both been through so much heartache, and to watch them together trying to, piece their relationship together and to forgive each other, it's incredibly moving. I was on the verge of tears just watching these two interact. An incredible on-screen pairing this year. Guys, to conclude, Manchester by the Sea is an incredibly powerful film because it doesn't treat its characters, story, or audience like idiots, okay? It treats you with respect, this film, because it's so authentically honest and real. These characters don't feel like characters because they feel like people that you know and have grown up with. And that's the beauty of it, because it's not a flashy Hollywood film. It's just a raw, honest insight into ordinary people in their ordinary lives dealing with their own issues and tragedies. It's extremely well written, it's beautifully shot, and amazingly performed. I only had a couple issues with this film. There is a scene where Patrick goes to meet his biological mother and her new husband, who is played by Matthew Broderick, and this scene just felt a little bit out of place. It just felt like it wasn't completely necessary, and it just felt like it disrupted the flow a little bit. And also at times the pacing was a little bit slow in the film, but I still absolutely love this movie. You should all go see this one. It is a powerful and achingly beautiful film. Guys, I'm going to give Manchester by the Sea a 9 out of 10. And if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, you can follow me on Twitter. And if you like the videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture. I'm Luke Hearfield, and I'll see you next time.